Sorry, lack of intro. This is going to be a little. I was hoping to do a co-video with Tim Smith, but Skype is a pain in the ass. Well, I am Mark, the Canadian Dream, Bork, simply greatness. And today is a matchup between Team Trek and Cineblend. I don't know that much about Cineblend, but Team Trek. Scott Banch is my boy. And Jason Inman, I'm pretty sure he's underrated. I was able to put 2 points down for victory of Team Trek. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Oh yeah, Team. Oh yeah. My finals are with teams I want to win. Real Rejects. Well, of course, late to the party. The Lime's Den. And I know Makuga and his partner are going to defeat the Wolves of Steel, so late to the party. Unfortunately, the top 10 is going up against the Real Rejects. I'm a big fan of the Real Rejects. John Humphrey, Greg Alba. Let's go for the upset in round 1. And yeah, of course I'm going for Team Trek here.
Welcome to the Ultimate Schmodown 2017. It's the team tournament. I'm Christian Arloff. I am Mark Else. You know, Christian, Tender Green doesn't cater for just any event.
From a terrible
Not even this one. You knew it was going to be special. I brought this from home. What a
wrestling trivia,
I can
call that pretty damn good.
Schmodown Team League
movie
Ultimate
trivia,
Schmodown playoff format competition.
If I've only seen the movie like once or twice,
what they do is they put movies into a Vitamix, and then you have Team Trek, and they sleep with phasers.
If I don't know it, I don't know it.
They do indeed, and I'll tell you, the thing that is so special about this tournament, back in 2014.
Way back in the dark ages.
When you and I came up with this thing at a pizza place in Anaheim.
The wheel had not been invented.
It had not, and we came up with this tournament, and the singles league was 16 players.
My recall.
We got our first champion in Mark Riley, and then in 2015 we had the team tournament. You and I ultimately won.
You're damn right we did.
That tournament. But this year was only supposed to be 8 teams.
And then what happened?
And then what happened is that we have so many teams this year, so many great competitors that I said I can't just do 8. We got to look at this. How are we going to make it work? And here we have it. 16 teams all going for those stinking Patriots who just defended the belts against Team MODOK. And here we go now. It is the first matchup of the tournament, and you've got Cineblend, like you mentioned, Eric and Connor. These guys, their first match when they came out here against DC Movie News, it was very close, and they became fan favorites quick because the fans were on their side. They saw maybe a couple calls didn't go their way, but the way that they handled themselves, the fans really, they got by them. So this could be a team. There's one guy, the guy who writes the Schmodown blog.
Yeah.
He has them going the whole entire way to the finals.
That's right. So you have Eric and Connor versus Scott and Jason. They sound like the kids in Stand By Me. I don't think those are their actual names, but when you get Team Trek on the board, you don't know what the wheel is going to provide for them because they're a very round 2 heavy team where if they get the right one, if they pull movie release dates out of that match, they could run the entire table. But if they get something that's on their wheelhouse, it could be an easy victory for Cineblend.
Well, listen, I mentioned controversy when it came to Cineblend. Trek is no stranger to controversy. They are arguably the only team that could have beaten the Patriots. You looked at that sudden death match. That's before we changed the buzzers. That's before we had the challenge rule with the Eva situation that Jason Inman could have challenged. And he might have won it.
Eve, what the hell's the difference?
Who knows? It could have been a challenge, and maybe Trek could have been our champion.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they're not. No. Right after that match, they lost to the former team heroes, which was Schnepp and Burnett. And they've been on this downward spiral. We haven't seen them since. Mance had a singles match against Bibiani. Unfortunately, just lost that.
But that's a good fight, though.
They're strong competitors, and they can always win. Though. Just depends on the category.
That's right. Not since Launchpad the Quack have we seen such a tailspin. However, I think we're due for a turnaround today. Will Team Trek get the right category in round 2?
Well, let's hear from all of our competitors right now.
Next to the Lion's Den.
We are finally back in the ultimate
Lion's Den
showdown.
number one.
Frequency's open.
Live long and prosper now. Now, Jason, number one. I don't know if you know this, but the last time I was in an ultimate showdown, ooh, it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well because, not because I didn't know my stuff, but because I couldn't do math. I couldn't do math. That.
What is this, the ultimate schmo calculus? No.
We're here. We're ready. We're going to compete. We're going to kill it. It's pretty much what everyone expects. And we had a, I think, very strong opening, our first Schmodown match. And I don't know, I think we got a little bit maybe robbed a touch on that last question to our own potential fault. But we're here. No fault of ours. No fault of ours. Robbed. That should have been ours. We are here for victory today, though. That is what it's all about.
Today we're playing Cineblend, which is, wait, who was Cineblend?
Somebody named Eric and Connor?
Connor?
I don't know. You know who they are? They're red shirts.
I'm sure they're nice guys. But you know,
like I'm recording this Wednesday.
I've been watching tapes. I know that Scott Mance, for example, is very good with those movie release dates. So I think it's fair to say that we will be staying as far away from that as possible. That being said, we also know that they didn't have what it takes to beat up the Patriots. So you know, maybe we'll be the ones to bring them to a 500 record.
A lot of people want to count us out. We had 3 straight victories, then we had 2 losses. But if you look at our losses, we lost the championship by 1 point and a technicality. We lost the second one because Schnepp and Burnett luckily hit comic book movies. They're not even a team anymore.
Number one, if the judges knew their shit, we would be doing much better than we are in the standing.
Right.
With nothing against the judges, we love the judges.
These are the top competitors. Obviously, we're facing in Jason Inman and Scott Mance, some super smart dudes. But you know, I think we might be just a little bit smarter. We're from Cineblend. We know cinema. Those guys are Trek. If Trek questions come up, I'm sure it'll be good. But we're Cinema. Full blend of cinema.
Star Trek is about something. We are about something. You know what we are about, number one? We are about victory.
We'll be doing a little collaboration.
That's a V for victory, baby.
Also tonight, we have
a lot of smack talk here between the 4 of these guys, but they're all very determined. I mean, the look and when I walked Cineblend here before, I was telling them the rules and showing them everything. With the look in their eyes, they want this thing.
Didn't it remind you of the team from Hoosiers? Like they're measuring everything. They want to make sure that it's 10 feet here, like it is back home. I mean, they want to make sure that this is a fair contest.
Absolutely.
Team Trek, they are veterans of the tournament, for better or for worse. They know how to compete.
They know how to compete, and I think that Cineblend.
I will be hosting that match.
Trek is looking for revenge. They want the question. They want that shot at taking the Patriots out. The bump in the road.
Look forward to everyone showing up and checking us out.
We're ready to go.
I am ready to go. I'm going to have a bite of chicken while you wear your throat out.
Well, not yet.
Really?
Tail of the tape. That's fine.
I won't be doing that.
There is Team Trek. Obviously, movie release dates, comic book, movies, and yelling and keeping each other under control. Oh, wait, sorry. Jason keeping Mance under control.
That's accurate.
All right, and then you got Cineblend. Comic book movies, a strength. You have new releases, a strength. And learning that Mance is loud.
All right.
All right, so there we go. That's everything right there as far as the tail of the tape. Are you ready to get going?
Do I look ready? Let's do this.
That's disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Ultimate Schmodown! In the team division, introducing first, with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat, they are the ranked number 12 contenders, Eric and Connor, Team Cineblend!
Here comes Cineblend. Greeting to the crowd. The crowd seems to favor them.
Give us some kisses.
I mean, I like when they blow the Emperor's kisses.
Yeah, well, it's better than blowing the
I like getting fit grapes.
Like, seriously though, the second we get a trial by fire interdict them,
opponents,
I'm on that like
with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats. Give it up
I'll do
for
good in that.
the Mance Man, Scott Mance,
I just think
Jason
it's just like
Justice Inman, Team Trek.
There they are, walking out arm in arm.
To see Trek back in the ring.
Look at the
like
poses.
that.
This is a very
Like,
well-rehearsed,
that is true.
well-worn routine, but it never gets old to me. They are very
So I get
excited to
nervous, like,
represent their favorite
fucking
brand,
sorry. I
intergalactically
just don't
known
wanna
as
make a
Team
fool
Trek.
of
That siren
myself,
you hear is just
but
a
I
nerd
end up
alert.
doing
These
it
guys
just
were both
by,
at the Star
like,
Trek convention, and they loved it. You know, they absolutely
I know I'm better
All
than.
right, so now here we go, guys. It is the
Then
Ultimate
again, like-
Showdown, the first match. 16
Like
matches.
that
Let me show you the
fight-
bracket.
like the main
right
event,
there.
like,
The
I did
winner
awesome.
of this match will play the winner of Team Action versus Deep Cuts. And we are in our
There's a
first
lot of
match.
movies.
Scott Mance, he's
I've
no
seen a lot of
stranger.
movies,
Remember
but
that
there's a lot of
Academy
movies that I've
ETC
yet
back
to
in the day
see.
with his former teammate
Also, I need to-
Malone. He's
That's
looking
right.
to redeem
I
himself.
really
Scott
started
Man's no stranger
researching
to people in
like,
general.
after
I don't think
watch
there's a human
movie,
being on planet Earth that does not
I'll
met have a
research
5-minute
everything that I
conversation
can
with
about it.
Scott Mance.
Like
Will
Wikipedia,
Cineblend enjoy
IMDb, and
their
all that stuff.
interaction with Team Trek? We're about to find out.
Mark, how does round number
Well, let's
one
do
work?
it.
Round number one
one.
works thusly. We are going to ask the field 8 questions. Once you guys hear the question, please write down
timestamp
your
it.
answer on your whiteboard. When we ask you to reveal your
9:50.
answers, please show it when prompted to the camera and verbalize it at
Timestamp.
the same
Round
time.
one,
These 8 questions
9:50.
come from 8 different movie categories. Keep in mind there's no stealing. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question.
Mance looks hungry. All right, here we go here. Round number one.
Here we go.
Category of comedies. Stop that. Who plays rising journalist and new
Oh.
E correspondent Allison Scott in the hit comedy Knocked Up?
I like how you hit the exclamation
And I said
point.
knocked up. You like that?
Yeah, that was more of a question. Like, knocked up?
I went, no, it wasn't. It was knocked up.
No, were they knocked up?
Forget about it. 5, 4,
Awesome movie.
3, 2, 1.
Catherine
Hands down,
Hagel.
Mance Man.
Catherine Heigl.
That is correct. Eric.
Catherine Hagel.
That's correct. Jason.
Seth Rogen's lady.
That's incorrect. And Connor.
Catherine Heigl.
Oh, and Cineblend here taking a 2-1.
First blood.
Yeah, first blood there. Mark, what's question 2?
Your category is dramas, and your question is thus. What movie features a police officer named Jim Curring, a former child game show star named Donnie Smith, and a controversial motivational speaker named T.J. Mackey?
I had a friend named Mackie back in
Did
high
you
school.
really? You
No.
seem like a guy
I
that's
didn't
you're
know.
friends with Pintos?
Yeah.
I bet you got a friend named Fish.
You didn't let me finish my line.
What? I'm sorry, what did your fake Mackey friend do?
Well, we already know he's false. 5,
The Shield.
4.
Might be
3,
a little bad on the
2,
spelling,
1.
but
Eric.
Magnolia.
Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia.
That is correct. Jason?
Magnolia.
Correct. Please respect the mic. Connor?
Magnolia.
Correct. And Scott?
Released December 27th, 1999. That's Magnolia,
Don't
ladies
get
and
extra for
gentlemen.
that.
This is Scott
Captain's
Mance.
love.
I just
Scott Mance here is
remember
perfect,
it
so
coming out
that's it.
around the same
All right.
time with Galaxy Quest.
Next category, in a category of family films, what NBA superstar played the
Really?
genie Kazam in Kazam?
You sold Kazam very well right there.
I appreciate that. I've
Yeah.
been working on that for
Why
months.
wasn't the movie Kazam coming with an exclamation point at the end? Like, Kazam!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shaquille
Jason Inman.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Correct. Connor.
Shaq.
Sorry,
That's correct.
I
Scott
Shaq
Mance.
though.
Shaq.
Don't know release date on that one. And Eric.
Shaquille O'Neal, not
Hopefully-
Sinbad.
There you go. All right.
I got
so Connor,
Shaq,
Eric,
so-
and
and
Scott
I
have not
tried
missed
spelling his
yet. So
name.
let's see what question number 4.
I'm not that good at
Shaq,
spelling. I'm
former NBA
sorry.
champion, now
But
does
Shaq.
commercials for the
Everyone
General.
knows who
Your next
Shaq
category is action adventure. In Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, Stephen Fry
Oh.
plays Mycroft. How is
I
Mycroft
love the
related to
2
Holmes?
Sherlock Holmes movies.
Sounds like a
Like,
bad Super Nintendo game.
other than Iron Man,
Yeah, like a follow-up to Star Fox. If
Like,
you like Star Fox,
You'll love
I
mine.
can
Get ready for
rewatch
Slippy's
them
Adventure in
anytime.
5,
Both of them.
4,
Game of Shadows and the first
3,
one.
2, 1. Connor.
Brother, yeah.
Correct. Scott.
Brothers.
Got it. And
Brother.
Got it. And
Brother.
Got it. All right.
Oh,
So there you go.
brother.
8,
I just
7.
remember the line saying, "I'm the
Like-
other Holmes." Other could be so much.
That's
Either
all.
way,
That's all you
yeah.
need.
Here
If
we
you
go.
read the books.
Very another serious movie that I
Category
tried
of
watching.
animated. Who provided the voice for the fast talking?
Oh, come on.
Timon in The Lion King.
You describe me as either fast-talking or a meerkat.
They're lovely,
Absolutely.
wonderful,
This cast today. Oh, it is
and
cast.
pretty underrated.
Five,
Pepper
four, that's
from Modern Family, Nathan Lane.
Scott Mance.
Nathan Lane.
Correct. Eric.
Nathan Lane.
Correct. Jason.
Nathan Lane.
Correct. And Connor.
The always fabulous Nathan Lane.
There you go.
Wow.
All right. There you go. All right.
Doing well.
Next one.
Your next question
I'm
for
a
still
fan-
perfect
like
cinema
Nathan
blend
Lane,
and an
like, he's
almost
also
perfect Team
another.
Trek. 80s movies is your category. Comedy legend Madeline Kahn plays which character in 1985's Clue?
Because of John Roca and Bibiani, I've recently watched this.
Not allowed to talk.
I will line
Oh.
that out.
4,
I'll do my meerkat.
3, 2, 1. Eric?
Ms. Violet?
It's
Mrs.
incorrect.
White?
Jason?
The maid?
Incorrect. Connor?
Miss
Oh, no.
Peacock?
Incorrect. And Scott?
Live long and prosper.
Incorrect. What was the answer?
Mrs. White.
Mrs. White.
Flame.
On the side of my head.
Mrs.
Jeez.
White.
Oh my God, I nailed
All right,
that.
well, Scott
I
Mann's
saw it
gonna
maybe
have
like
his
a
time to
week,
shine here
like
in
2
the
weeks
category of
ago.
fantasy sci-fi.
Nerd alert.
What was the only year in which both a Star Trek film and a Star Wars film were released?
2016.
Ooh.
2016.
Don't look at your partner there.
A lot of movies in both of those franchises.
I got
You
time.
like better Star
I'll
Trek or Star Wars?
try to write that
I
better.
like the one with star in it. 5.
Did that work?
4. It is indeed.
2016.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Jason Inman.
83, but it's wrong.
That is incorrect. Connor.
I put
No.
1981.
Incorrect. Scott Mance.
Last year.
2002.
Correct.
What?
Yep.
And Eric.
82.
82. Mance did get it proven.
What?
Release dates: Star Trek Nemesis
No.
and
As soon
Star
as I
Trek
Rogue
released
One
that.
and Star Trek Beyond.
Yes, sir.
Because everyone remembers that.
They came out last year.
There you go.
Right.
Last
memorable.
tie game here.
Oh,
Last
yes.
question. Last question.
The last
Maybe
question in
debatable?
round 1 comes from the category of famous directors. These are directors that have received some sort of acclaim. What acclaimed director has made cameos in Gremlins, The Blues Brothers, and Vanilla Sky? What acclaimed director has made cameo appearances?
Also should have put Austin
Gremlins,
Powers,
Blues
but
Brothers,
Spielberg.
Vanilla Sky.
I like that Vanilla Sky. I like it.
Oh my God.
I don't remember it.
Well,
I
it's
remember
like
attempting
4.
it.
We're high. 3, 2, 1. Connor.
Hi, Mom.
That is
Spielberg.
incorrect. Scott Mance.
Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
Correct.
Damn.
Eric.
Cameron Crowe. No.
And
Steven Spielberg.
I'm debating that.
That's big.
That's
That's really a-
That is a big hit there. What a
Hey,
first
should've
round
Austin
there.
put Austin
What
Powers
a
for that
first
one.
round between
Making it
Trek
so.
and Cineblend there because it looked Cineblend had a nice.
Oh my God.
Mance played very.
I'm debating
strong there.
that.
Inman had a nice little comeback. That was a great first
last
round.
year.
That's right, Cinema Blend taking too much time to say hi
Last
to their
year.
moms, not enough time focusing on the last question.
All right. So round number 2, it is the dreaded wheel round. Mark, how does
I'm
this
so
work?
I'm
Said wheel is
contesting
provided
that.
by Cobster No Glare Christian Rubalcaba,
Like, honestly,
and it has
Rogue One, yeah, Rogue One. I know for a
different
fact that
movie
Rogue One came
categories,
out.
as
Rogue One
well
came
as
out
opponent
because, like,
and spinner's choice, which will be on
Yeah,
the
no,
wheel
I know
for
that
all
for
of
a
the
fact.
matches in the
Anton
Ultimate Team
Chekhov,
Showdown. You guys will spin the wheel. Each team gets one
Chekhov
spin. If you don't like the
passed away
category you spin,
in,
you are awarded one
last
mulligan.
summer.
Whatever category
Yeah,
that lands
and
on,
led
you
up to-
must
yeah,
answer
no,
6
no.
questions from said movie genre.
Beyond
Each question
came-
is worth 2 points.
without a
Make sure you
doubt,
answer.
Star
You can
Trek
ask
Beyond
us up here at the desk
and,
for multiple choice
Rogue One came out
options,
last
at which
year.
point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep
I'm
in mind,
contesting
teams,
that.
there is stealing available in round 2. However, there is no penalty for missing a question.
I'm
All right,
really
Trek, you guys are
contesting
up by
that.
2 here. Do you want to go first or second?
Let's go first.
All right.
I say you spin the wheel since I screwed us that one time.
Oh, Scott Mance leaving his perch to spin the wheel.
The captain
Well,
is
from
up.
This is
round
like Danny
one there.
Zuko
Good
stepping in
spin.
for
Give it a Good
Kanicki.
spin. Good spin.
But I understand if you
That's
can't
That
do
is a
it.
solid
Nice and
spin.
gentle. Nice and gentle.
That's a
According
solid
to the
spin.
rules, I was wrong.
Stay away from your own
Come on,
face.
come on,
So
come on, come on.
No, go back.
Oh, Tom Cruise. Let's do
Tom
it.
Cruise.
Someone's trying
They
to get
same.
Yeah.
You know, interesting. Jason Inman not quite as enthused about Tom Cruise as Scott Mance is.
Tom
Let's
Cruise.
see how that chemistry pays off.
Scott Mance has interviewed
Tom Cruise. I'm fine with Tom Cruise.
All right, here we go. So 6 questions here in the world of Tom Cruise, movie we just covered here. Who directed?
Oh, Cameron Crowe.
Movies all
Cameron
over.
Crowe.
Camera Crow.
All right, 2 points there for Trek.
I put that in your head. That's on
Yep.
me.
All right. All
Your
right.
fault.
Here we go. Here we go. Next question. What is Tom's character's last name in Cocktail?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Donnelly, B, McDeer,
Going
C,
Flanagan?
Flanagan, D, Mitchell?
Flanagan.
Oh, nice.
Correct for 1 point.
Young
Correct
Flanagan.
for 1
John
point.
Flanagan.
All right.
This man loves Tom Cruise. I don't know if you know that.
Jason Inman kind of looking like a risky business
Does.
era.
Got it going on. Question,
That's me and my
question
tidy
3.
whities.
Question 3.
Looks like University of Illinois.
From which prestigious law school
Harvard.
did Mitch McDeer graduate?
When in doubt, go Harvard.
Multiple choice.
A, Harvard.
If it's Harvard,
B,
2
Vanderbilt,
points.
C, William and Mary, or D, Yale?
Yes.
That's correct for 1 point. Scott Mance here is on a roll.
I'm probably going to take a
Wait.
nap.
Yeah.
When in doubt,
Not even
Harvard.
conferring at this point.
William
All
and
right,
Mary, good
For law
university.
schools.
All right. Question 4. Who played the young stepmother of Tom Cruise's
Julianne
character
Moore.
Frank T.J. Mackey in Magnolia?
Oh, Julian Moore.
There's 2 points there. All right.
Scott
so
Man building a lead for his team.
All right. So, number 5. Who directed Tom Cruise?
Francis Ford Coppola. Love The Outsiders. Studied it when I was in grade 8.
Francis Ford Coppola.
2 points there. Scott
I
Mann
love
is on
The
a roll.
Outsiders.
Running through this category.
And your final question.
Francis Ford Coppola.
No, number 1.
Okay.
You have the con.
All right,
I've
here
seen
you
the
go.
play.
Who
I've
played
seen
Tom
the movie.
Cruise's wife in the film The Firm?
Oh, Gene Triplehorn.
2 more points.
I
for
would've
Scott
gone.
Mantz.
Wow.
Wow. Scott, that's the best
Gene
man. That is the
Triplehorn?
best round Scott Mantz has ever had.
Nothing
Ever
like
had.
that.
That was impressive.
Questions
I'll give it that.
and
Ever.
easily encompassed 25, 30 years of Tom Cruise's career. Scott Mantz did not miss a beat.
Now, Cineblend has to have. Cineblend is not out of this thing by a long shot. If they get something that they are good at, they're right back in this thing. They're looking for comic
I just got to say, that was
That's
a
right.
really tough round for me.
All right, here we go.
So
Eric,
far,
go
so
ahead
far.
and give it a big spin, please.
Big
They're looking for. They are looking for comic book movies. They are looking for comic book movies.
On the hunt. They might get
90s.
90s.
Are you going to spin again, or are you going to keep it?
Yeah, spin again.
Spin again. This
They
is
were
gonna
not
land
alive
here.
in the 90s.
So this is it. They obviously want to avoid movie release dates, and they
Here
want to
comes
hit
comic book
book
movies.
movies if they can hit it.
It can't get
They can hit
around.
it.
It might be
Oscar.
Oscar
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 time.
movies.
Okay.
Oscar movies. All
See what we
right.
can do.
Oscar
Tough.
movies.
Also
Here we
strength.
go.
Of Scott.
I just go for
All
multiple
right.
choice.
Team Cineblend, you have spun Oscar movies with your second spin, and your first question is, who is the only performer to be nominated for an Oscar in 1970's Little Big Man?
Good.
Is it A, Martin Balsam, B, Chief Dan George, C, Faye Dunaway, or D, Dustin
Bravo.
Hoffman?
Guessing Bravo.
B.
Give him a point.
1
There we go.
point.
Give him a point.
They're trying to avoid the knockout here. If they can just get a couple more points, they can do it.
Here we go. Your second question is, who won an Oscar for portraying an
Remember seeing this
Oscar-winning
movie with my
actress
grandparents? Kate
in
Blanchett.
2004's The Aviator?
Kate
Saw it
Blanchett.
in theaters
Give him
with
2
my
points. There you go.
Oh,
grandparents.
they're fighting.
They're not scared.
Nope,
Kate
they're fighting.
Blanchett.
All right. Next question. 2 more points.
Starring opposite of
What
Leonardo.
was the first Disney movie to win an Oscar for Best Original Song?
When You Wish Upon a Star. I'm pretty sure Pinocchio.
5.
When You Wish Upon a Star, Pinocchio.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Pinocchio, B, Dumbo, C, Bambi, or D, Snow White?
When You Wish Upon a Star.
Pinocchio.
One more point.
Nice guess,
Yeah,
Aaron.
all right, yeah, just give it a go.
Multiple
Yeah,
choice
all
for
right.
that
How
one.
did
When
Hi
You
Ho
Wish
not
Upon a
win
Star.
for Snow White? I will never know.
It was written by multiple people.
I like what you did there.
It came out in
Crowd's not enthused, but I am up
1945.
here at the desk. Your next question in the world of Oscar movies. Other than, as long as we got each
1945,
other,
I'm pretty sure it's when
other than
Pinocchio came out.
Chaplin, what is the only other film for which Robert Downey Jr. has been nominated for an
Tropic
Academy Award?
Thunder. Tropic Thunder. I remember. Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
2
2
points.
points!
Just thinking that.
Nice.
I'm glad you
That's
said it.
another.
I was thinking Golden
I
Globes, but it's not an
remember
Oscar.
the
They got a
Oscars at the
shot here.
time.
Not
I remember
afraid.
the
No,
video.
not at all.
Your next
And all the
question.
promotion that.
For which film did Jimmy Stewart receive his only Best Actor win at the Academy Awards?
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, B, The Philadelphia Story, C, It's a Wonderful Life,
Yeah.
or D, Harvey?
Yeah.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
That
Whoa.
is incorrect.
Oh, dang it.
Team Trek.
Oh, what were the choices again? I'm sorry.
Is it A, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, B, The Philadelphia
Wonderful
Story,
Life?
C, It's a Wonderful Life, or D,
The
Harvey?
other two movies I don't know. I haven't heard of the other two movies.
5.
Is it Philadelphia Story?
Ah.
That's correct.
1 point
I wouldn't
there.
have
Unless I
gotten
guess
even multiple
myself.
choice.
Here
I
we
would have
go.
said. Still would have
Last
gone with
question.
A.
Category
Pretty sure it was.
Oscar movies. Cineblend. What actress won an Oscar
Marissa Tomei.
for her role
Marissa
as Mona
Tomei.
Lisa?
Marissa
My
Tomei.
cousin Vinny.
Marissa Tomei.
For 2 points.
Peter Parker's on.
That one I got.
I first saw that movie
was done.
with a
There's only 5
substitute from
points.
school.
Cineblend, we've seen stranger
Substitute
things happen.
teacher,
I mean,
so
look,
good
a
during
5-point lead
class.
is nothing to sneeze
I
at,
love
but
that
the
movie.
way
My
that
cousin
Cineblend
Vinny's
came back and
awesome.
fought through a very tough team Trek in round 2, I give them some brownies.
Definitely
So
one of my
these
top
teams will
courtroom
be playing
dramas.
either team action or deep cuts. Just
Oh, wait, I got
matter
2 points
of
for
what
that.
happens
Yeah.
here in round number 3.
Who's it gonna
This is
be?
a big one. All right, so round number 3, Mark, how's it work?
In round number 3, each team is going to give us here at our answer desk 3 numbers that range from 1
Sorry,
to
filming
20.
my
Those
video
numbers
for
correspond
Smalldown.
to a movie category up here. The first question is worth 2 points. The second question is worth 3 points. The final question is worth 5 points. You guys can confer on the 5-point question. However, once you hear the categories,
Yeah, we're just
for
talking about the
2-pointer
wrestling
and the
trivia
3-pointer,
match
you
going
must
on
choose
tonight.
which teammate is going to answer. Each teammate has to answer at least 1 question.
All right, so Trek, you guys have a 5-point lead. Please pick
Not
3 numbers
cheating,
from
that
1 to
just
20.
someone's trying
Okay,
to get a
in
hold of
honor
me.
of Star
Our
Trek
group
2,
chat.
The Wrath of Khan,
Oh, boy.
we're going to go with number 2.
And in honor of Star Trek 4, we're going to go for number 4.
And in honor of Star
They
Trek
are?
6, The Undiscovered
not a bad
Country,
score
released
so far.
on December 6,
7 out of
1996.
8. Like,
December 6.
I hope
Is
that
that
we
what
can
you guys
test
were
that.
conferring about? Yes, it was.
Yes,
That is true.
Unbelievable.
I can't.
No,
If I was on there right now,
Cineblend of numbers.
All right,
Granted, I'd probably
Cineblend,
be
who has
doing
obviously
worse
gone
because-
heel after this exchange.
If you watch my Trial by Fire.
What are your 3 numbers?
5, 11, and
But-
17.
5.
Based on what?
11.
Like, no, like, that's still
Random
best
numbers.
numbers.
The world is
No,
chaos.
no,
No
for
fun.
a fact.
All right.
Star Trek Beyond came out last year.
Here we
And
So here
Rogue
we go,
One.
guys. So round number 3,
Last year,
and
2016.
we're going to start with Cineblend, who's trying to avoid the TKO here with category number 5 as their first category. You guys took
They said the only
dramas.
movie,
Dramas.
or
Who'd
the
like
only
to answer
year.
the
Sorry.
2-point question in dramas.
I'll go for it.
Okay, here we go. All right. Susan Sarandon plays a lawyer going up against Tommy Lee Jones in what movie based on a John Grisham novel?
I don't have a clue. Google Gaga. My answer from Trial by Fire. Cup of tea.
4,
Is there a multiple choice for this one?
3, 2, 1.
Got nothing.
All right, it was the client. The client.
Good movie.
He didn't
Never-
use JT.
Brad
Wheeler.
Was it
Renfro.
93?
Don't know.
Client.
All right.
Not part of the question.
I guess my
Here
cup
we
of tea
go.
was
So now
wrong.
it goes to Eric, and Eric, you guys chose number 11.
Here's
for your
3
second
points.
one. You have a 3-pointer here in category of 80s. 80s. All right. Which Star Trek alumni played lunar base
The
commander
great Canadian,
Buck Murdoch
William
in Airplane 2, the sequel?
Shatner.
Scott Mance is not holding it together well.
5, 4.
Can I get the question again?
Yep, that's one of them. What Star Trek alum
William
played
Shatner.
lunar base commander Buck Murdoch in Airplane 2, the sequel?
I kind of, I've
3
heard
points.
how it
Second there.
Still alive.
But they're still
I've
alive
never
now.
seen it, but I know William
I
Shatner.
never know. I
is a
also
star.
remembered at the last second.
I'll give you applause for that. I'll give you applause for that.
I just heard
They
how
still would have
bad
had a
it is,
chance
isn't
to
it?
tie, but now they have a chance to take a
Airplane
lead.
is
but
one of
they
my
will still
favorite
lose.
movies,
If
like, not just
they do
spoof
not hit
movies,
their
but
5-pointer, Trek will go
favorite
on to play
movies.
the winner of action or
I
deep
love that
cuts.
movie.
If they hit it, it goes back to Trek.
two favorite
All right, here we
spoof
go,
movies.
guys. So you guys
Spaceballs,
chose category
Airplane.
17 for your 5-pointer. You chose
Robin Hood Man
war
Tight
movies.
is good too.
War movies. All right. Who played Private JT, a.k.a. Joker Davis, in the movie Full Metal Jacket?
Matthew Modine.
For 5
Well,
points.
we're tied.
There you go.
We are tied.
No, we're not. 26,
We are
23.
not tied at all.
26.
Full Metal
do that to
Jacket,
me. Trek
just
has
like
to
all
work.
those movies
Trek has
say.
to work
Trek has
now.
to work.
Trek has to
I was
work
in
in
the
order.
Army,
So
yeah,
Cineblend
but-
has now taken the lead. Trek has
Well
an
done.
opportunity
Well
here.
done.
So here
I
we
never
go.
could get
Here
into
we go,
Full Metal
Team
Jacket.
Trek. You guys chose your numbers
I
based
actually know
on
Stephen
Star
the Knight
Wars
was in it.
movies. Is that correct?
Star
You watch
Trek
And
it.
it's,
don't cross
Watch
the
it.
streams.
You chose Star Trek 2 in honor of Khan and his wrath,
Dr.
and so that
Sandwich.
corresponds to 1970s movies up here at the desk. And your 2-point question, who's going to be answering it?
Star Wars New Hope.
Scott
Mance going with
Mance,
the
a little more
2-pointer.
experience than Jason
Interesting.
Inman in life,
Wow.
and he's going to take
I
the
was not
1970s.
alive in the 70s, so
Reasonable.
Oh, man. Great. Thanks a lot.
All right, here we go.
Scott Mance, your question
Yes.
for 2 points.
Yes.
Who played legendary comedian Lenny Bruce in Bob Fosse's 1974 film, Lenny?
That would be Dustin Hoffman.
For
He
2
gets 2
points.
points.
All right, so now Jason
Would've
Inman
gotten
is going to
that.
have his 3-pointer and a chance to win the game for Trek. If Inman hits the 3-pointer, Trek will be playing either team action or deep cuts. If he misses, Trek will have a chance to hit their 5-pointer to win the game.
All right. Jason Inman, your 3-point category comes from the world of classics. Jesus. All right. These are movies that have transcended time and space and have become classic films. And your question for 3 points is, name the actor who played a prisoner who tried to break literal chains in The Defiant Ones, and a doctor who broke societal chains in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Sidney Poitier?
5, 4.
I'm just going to say Sidney Poitier.
And your winner! Team Trek! They did it! Throwing the 3-pointer from downtown. We are Cineblend has been eliminated from the tournament, but in a fight.
What a
I just
game.
knew he was
What a
in Guess Who's
game.
Coming to Dinner.
Redemption.
You're going to be able to
This
talk to
Star
Jen.
Trek movie
You're
is
going to be able to
called
talk to
Star Trek
Jen.
Redemption.
Hold on,
Thank you.
hold on. There you go. Cineblend putting up a hell of a fight again. Cineblend is just that team that keeps on fighting. They just can't get it in that
God, I got
last
that
one because
right.
Eric had a strong, that 3-pointer, and then the 5-pointer. It just, it was a little bit hard that
Oh my
they had
God.
that lead build up.
Cineblend
And
came to
breaking
play with
little
Team Trek
chains,
coming
like-
through in the clutch,
Yeah.
and it's nice to see Jason Inman, who missed the very first
Hey.
question of this match, and then getting
something-
the Sidney Poitier. And that was
something
not
just
building suspense.
clicked in
for
my
the sake of
head.
suspense.
No.
He legitimately
Sidney
was
Poitier.
thinking and thinking and thinking, and he landed on the correct answer.
Well, guess who's coming to dinner? It's Trek for either action
Yeah.
and like
Ever
that,
since
either
that,
action
one of the earlier
or
South Park
deep
episodes,
cuts.
Sidney
We're going to find
Poitier's
out. But
name
look,
always stuck
before
out
any of
to
that
me.
happens, we're going to talk
So
to
whenever
Jen
I-
Sturgeon.
Well, we're
I
not.
see
They
it,
are.
it's just
Well,
like,
you're going to talk because
it's
you're
just
going to hear
one
and
of the things
listen
I
to
retain.
Jen Sturgeon, who's going to
Oh
be
my
talking to
God.
both the winners, Team Trek, and today's
I got that
unfortunate
right.
losers, Cineblend.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmodown fans?
Wow.
I'm Jen Sturger here with Team Trek. That was an amazing performance. Scott Mans, welcome back. That was an amazing homecoming.
Great homecoming. I couldn't have done it without my
Holy
team.
crap.
Couldn't have done it without my
My
captain.
number one, Jason Inman. We are Team Trek. And
Wow.
We're going to be unstoppable from this point on.
It's funny, before we spun that wheel, we actually were like, if we hit Tom Cruise, we'll stay on it.
Yes.
And look at it.
And we got
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise, and I'm like, I love Tom Cruise. I think he's a great actor. He makes great
Oh my
movies.
God.
Very, very successful, popular movies that we can watch over and over again.
Except the mummy.
Except,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
and except losing it. I think, that
I
was
think
also
I
one
think
of
the
bad.
captain and I today proved that we're back.
We are
We had our nice little hiatus.
Well, wait, number
we went
one.
to Riza. Well,
Number one.
Yes, Captain.
We never left. That's the
That's
key.
correct. We just had to
never
put the
left.
bikes on.
And it's only a matter of time before we get back to take on Patriots. They better be nervous. They better be sweating. I mean, Snyder better lose the rest of his hair because
He will lose the rest
he
of his
should
hair.
be scared. He should be
Hell of a
scared.
Come to the
Sparring
future
match.
where we have hair.
Yes.
So, Jason, how are you feeling when you got that last question?
I'll be honest with you. That was the only name that I knew was in both movies, so I just figured we had one more question. If I said it, it was either going to be right or wrong. I wasn't going to screw us completely over.
So proud.
Watch that tape back. I genuinely thought I got it wrong.
No,
Like,
I was so proud. I was so proud of you, number
Yeah.
one. And I just thought, when you mentioned Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, I mean, I'm like, oh my God, it's Sidney Poitier. I'm like, oh my God. But you got it. You got it.
That's why we make such a good team. We fill in each other's strengths
We
or
risk,
weaknesses.
risk is our business. That's what the Starship is all about. That's why we're aboard her.
Yep. We have our momentum. We're going warp speed now.
So now you guys are going to advance in the tournament, and now you're going to face the winner of Deep Cuts or Team Action. Is there anyone you'd rather face out of those two?
Well, they're both going to lose, whoever we take on.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be
it doesn't
no
matter.
problem.
I don't even
Yeah.
like it. Doesn't matter. Whoa.
Wait, who's?
What is this?
I don't think he can speak English.
What is this? What is this?
Hey guys, how you
What is
doing?
this? We're doing good. Hey, we just had a massive victory. So you guys better just forget the
Team
shade.
Action, my
one
pick to
question
win
here.
tonight.
Who the hell are you? I have another question. Who the hell are you? Did you answer any questions in that other than the last one?
Oh, okay.
And then you're a nice guy. But man,
interesting.
I've been waiting to kick your ass since the day I started in the Schmodown. I got a
right?
date for you, buddy.
Yeah,
Movie
yeah.
release dates.
Movie release dates, babe. Movie release dates.
Listen, you clean-shaven babies. We all know
guy.
Thad is gonna beat your ass on deep cuts, and nobody knows who Thad is. So just walk out of here.
I believe his name is Tab.
All right. You know,
He was named after
if
the
you
soda
really,
from the 80s.
If you really think that you can take me on in any match, but especially movie release dates, you are out of your fucking mind.
I got a date for you, man. It's 2017, the day that Team Action exploded your hopes in the tournament. You're dead.
Is that the day you were born? Because it looks like it.
Yeah, it sure does.
Listen, we've been to the final. Have you?
And we lost. We've been to the final and we
don't even know how to
lost.
spell
Are
final.
you bragging about
You don't even know how to
FINAL?
spell the final.
Guys, I was in the middle of an interview.
Hey, Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica,
Let's
just one
get the interview
second
back
here.
to Jen here.
Live fast, die young. Where's the belts?
Just return those suits to Kmart.
Zara.
Return the suits to Kmart. Well played, number one. Well played.
All right, that got a little intense. Are you okay?
We're good. Are you?
I'll recover. Let's go talk to Team Cineblend. Oh, Team Cineblend. That was kind of rough.
A little bit.
It was a bit of a rough one for sure. We had the passion. We definitely wanted it. It's just Team Trek, they're too good, man.
I felt it in my bones. I wanted that like no other.
Really? Do you regret passing on the 90s? Not the decade, but like the category, in the second round?
I was in that decade, but
Yeah.
if I had taken that wheel, I think we could have gone all the way with it.
Definitely. Oscars, not my strength. I've seen, I think, every single movie that was mentioned in that category. However, I do not know every single award that
It's
it
when you get
ran.
into
So,
those
yeah.
nitty-gritty details. That's when it starts to mess you up.
Yeah, but you hung in there with round 2, close enough to keep round 3 very, very interesting and very close.
Yeah.
They had to hit their last one to beat you. But how did you feel like going into that third round? Were you like losing a little bit of steam? Were you still pretty optimistic?
I was still pretty confident. I mean, I know that we know our stuff, so I knew that all it took was a couple of good questions that we could answer, and we nailed it.
There's always hope until the game's over. Come on.
Exactly.
Like Rocky says, it ain't over till it's over.
Precisely.
Absolutely isn't. So that being said, are you guys going to be coming back?
Hell yes.
Come on.
You couldn't stop us from
gonna
coming
ask
back.
me
I mean, we lost by such narrow margins.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's been
I wanna
close.
come back.
It's been close both times.
And next time it'll be close on the other side. In fact, no, it won't. We're gonna kick their asses.
Come on, just
Damn
don't
straight.
be modest. We're gonna run away with it next
We're gonna
time.
do great stuff. It's gonna be great.
Awesome, guys. Well, we'd be glad to have you back. Guys, back to the booth.
Well, no surprise. Look at Team Action showing up there, and I mean, they don't even know if they're going to win next week, and
Very
yet they're
cocky.
challenging Trek here. That's very interesting. But you hear Trek obviously showing a lot of respect to Cineblend and the fact
so
that they
proud of
got it.
myself for that,
And Jen said it as much in the interview how this was a great game for Scott Mans. A great
was
round
a
one,
good
a
start.
tremendous
Oh, no,
round two.
one.
He hits his
Like,
two-pointer, and Inman came to play
I
as
hope
well.
I-
And then obviously Cineblend,
like-
a little upset. They're not done. They want to come back and play, and they
That
will.
could
Once the
lead to
tournament's over, we'll
perfect for
definitely
me.
see Cineblend. That's a team that they can
I-
beat anyone.
That's right.
They were
Eric
down
and
5
Connor
points, and it's only 2
getting
now.
their first taste of tournament play. That is a tough way to open up against Team Trek, but I think they adjudicated themselves very well. And for Team Trek, we've seen it before with them. They are a very momentum-based team. Once they
those
can
are
build
movies
on
I
a
know,
win,
and
they could go
I
to
like
the
a lot of
farthest
those
reaches of
movies,
the
like,
galaxy.
knocked
They're one
out.
they'll have to get through their next opponent.
It's very
Oh,
true.
yeah,
They're
I've
one of
seen
the
it a
only
couple
teams to
times.
win 3 straight matches in a row. So whether or not they can do that
Yep.
again, they have to
I've
do it
seen
4
that a
times in
couple
order to play
times.
the Patriots. But there you
Shaq.
go. One match already in the
Just
books.
know
Team
that
Trek
Shaq's
advancing
Shaq. Yeah,
to the
you
next
get to
round.
Sam.
They're going to be looking forward to who they're playing as
You don't
we
think of the
get
DC
Team
character, you
Action
think of Shaq.
going up against Deep Cuts. The
And
winner
I-
will
I
play
like the Sherlock
Team
Holmes movies.
Trek. Who do you got?
With,
and besides
Robert
that,
Downey.
how about this? Right afterwards on Tuesday,
like
Wednesday,
Stephen
Thursday,
Fry-
and Friday,
Stephen Fry's
all
his
team
brother.
tournament matches
Wow.
coming
He's
your
the other
way.
Holmes.
It's very special here for the Ultimate Schmodown. A lot of tournament matches
2016,
coming.
come
Mark
on.
Ellis, we got a bunch of stuff they should hear about. Maybe it's the
Mrs.
Movie
White.
Trivia Schmodown Facebook group.
It was
Go
either
on
Mrs.
over there.
Peacock
You want a
or,
breakdown of this very tournament, everything going on? Check
sorry,
out the
Peabody.
Schmodown Rundown on the SK Plus podcast
Or
channel
Mrs.
or on
White.
iTunes. Aaron, Brian,
I
and Frank
saw
breaking
Clue
it down
gets,
with
like,
stats all over the place. Read
there
the
was John
Schmodown blog,
Roca
go to
and
Twitter. There's so
William
much for all you
Bibiani
guys to
having a
consume.
little bit of a
Comment,
feud over
like,
that.
do it all.
Is
Ultimate
it a
Schmodown's
comedy
just
classic
starting,
or
and
is it
man,
a
Josh
classic?
McCougar's going to have a lot to say in the fantasy update.
What's up, movie trivia
I got it.
fans?
I like
Josh
the
McCougar
alternate
here with your
endings.
fantasy update post.
But it just,
What's up? What the fuck is up?
What's up, Cody?
I know, just trying something new.
I know, it just
Well, I
like,
got a
but
second life. I wanna
saw
try
that
some new
movie like
shit,
2 weeks
Josh.
ago.
So for after your trip to the
And
outside,
Steven,
this is your new look.
Steven Spielberg, like,
Yeah,
I knew
I've
he
been
was
meaning
in
to do this
Blue
my entire
Blood.
life. You don't know how
Blues
short
Brothers,
life is.
like,
You kind of look like
that's
an
another
fucking
one of
judge
my
me.
favorites.
Ice Cube
I
and,
like
straight outta Compton.
Dan
That's what I was
Aykroyd,
going for.
So do you
John
want to do
Belushi.
this with a little more energy, a little more?
I'm a big
perhaps than I
fan.
do?
No,
Vanilla Sky.
I'll let you do it. I'm just gonna judge
I've
you
also
harshly.
seen that a couple times, like Camera Pro.
Here we go. host Trek and Cineblend, a battle of the beasts,
And,
a battle of the
Gremlins, yeah,
badasses, a
delivered.
battle of the
Like, I knew
blends. Trek
Steven
versus Team
Spielberg was-
Cineblend. Listen,
like I said,
you may soon
could also
forget
throw in
that
Austin
Star
Powers.
Trek
Forget it.
Team Trek went up against the Patriots, the winners, the champions of the Team League,
Super
who
Bowl
seem
winners.
to luck
Gold
out
member?
and win every year, just like the stupid New England Patriots.
Hate those
But
guys.
the Patriots did just barely beat Team Trek. They
Yeah,
are a
barely.
team to look out for. If you have them in your fantasy league,
Yeah, I know.
they
Yeah,
may be
because, like,
great
it was
work
the
for
opening,
trade
yeah.
bait.
I
Maybe you
knew he
get
was
2
in the
people or even
opening.
3 people in a trade for Team
Maybe
Trek
4.
because they would
Fuck it.
compete and they could
And then-
win this Team Ultimate
Like,
Showdown.
oh my
They could
God.
win it.
Star
they are
Trek,
that good. And Cineblend,
Beyond,
a lot of
and
personality,
Star Wars
seem like
Rogue
really
One.
good
I know
guys.
that came
They
out.
could be contenders in this league.
And
if you
of
are
course,
thinking
Timon.
maybe your team's not that good, what do you want to do with your team?
The Lion King.
Cineblend could be one of those teams you
Know
may
what
want
to
to
do with
trade
your
for or look for. I
That's
don't
a
know
movie
what
I
Cody
grew
is
up
talking
on,
about. I'm not
too.
sure
It
I'm a
doesn't matter
fan
what I'm
of his
talking
look, but it seems like he's back. He's back from the
Like,
upside down.
Damn right.
A distinct
Maybe next
memory
time
I have
he'll
of
dress
Lion
up like
King when
Trent
I saw it
Reznor
in
from Nine
theaters
Inch
when I was
Nails or
little.
Just
Marilyn
might.
Manson. We
The
shall
church
see.
across the
I'm
street
Josh
from me
McCouga.
got
This
struck
is
by
Alt
lightning.
Cody Hall
See you next
Caught
time.
on fire. That's
on the
what.
Schmodown.
And granted, that church's been caught on fire like 5 times since I lived in that area. But yeah, no, I just really strictly remember coming home from the theater. Like that's from the first time watching Lion King. Oh, like me and my brother loved Lion King. Like, oh, the sequels. Oh, don't get me started on those direct to DVD sequels. Don't get me started on them. I really didn't like them. No, but to the Lion King. I love the Lion King. And now that I got the little one, I watch it every now and then too. And just like, I can never remember who plays Puma, but Nathan Lane. Like I've also said, like I'm a fan of Nathan Lane. Whenever he pops up in something, he's one of the guys that go, yeah. I get excited. Like there's these character actors. I see like they pop up in something, and I watch it. Like Christopher Walken is another one. Sandra Berkeley, Tim Curry. Of course, Sandra Berkeley, George Mason from the first couple seasons of 24. Like I could probably name more, but whatever. I know, but I hope that counts as a perfect. No, I did so good there. And your Jillian Moore is his wife. For The Outsiders. Like that's another movie, play, book. I studied it in grade 8 and I've seen the play. No, sorry, not the play, but the movie, the book. Like that's a movie that we studied in grade 8. And like, of course, Francis Ford Coppola. You know he. Like, and I've got The Outsiders right here somewhere. Oh, where's the whatever? They're there. No, but yeah. Well, thank you. Take care. See you in a couple hours.